Good morning. Welcome to another edition of the Monday Morning Challenge. I am your host, Roger Love. It is another week, and guess what, guys? The first quarter of the year is over. When we think about the first quarter of the year, we got the first 4 months out of the way, and we are rocking into the second quarter of 2017 as some of you begin to jump on. If you don't get a chance to jump on, you get to watch this later on today during a break or something of that nature. I appreciate that. So today we are here and we are going to talk about a little bit about desire. You got that job that you were looking for, that you were desiring, longing for. Do you still treat it like it's your first day on the job? Do you still give it that your all that you have? Are you still enthused to go to work on Monday morning? You see, I'm not perfect neither. We all have our challenges to get going and get something started again. The weekend is giving most of us 80% of the workforce, 2 straight consecutive days off to do whatever we want to do. And most of the time we stop doing something or we catch a break from something, especially if it's strenuous and it's long and it's wearing on us. And we've been doing this for a duration of time. It begins to wear on us. So when you think about that, think about, where you are with that job that you may be going to today. When you got the congratulations, you're hired. How do you feel about that? See, so a lot of people had these desires to have this certain job and you get to this certain point, or we've lost a desire to go for a job that we wanted, and we're still thinking about, but we've lost our desire for that. Are we at work and not desiring the things that we desired before when we got that congratulations, you have the job? So you need to think about those things and understand this here, that today is a new day. Today is a new day of opportunity. Today is a new day for you to understand that you have the opportunity for yourself to get going. Are you in a work environment right now that's undesirable? A lot of people in the workforce today are going somewhere that is undesirable. The culture is not the same as it has been, or the culture has changed, or they don't desire to be in this place anymore because they are basically there because they have to tolerate it, because they feel like there's no other option, and the desire to be there is not there anymore. They don't like the people that they're around. They don't understand the things that are going on in their lives right now. So if you're somewhere right now and your desire and your hunger is kind of at a pause and the flame has kind of burned out, you need to get that back. Think about this. Did you wake up with a feeling of being joyful this morning? Did you wake up feeling like, man, I cannot wait to get to work today. I can't wait to get to work. That type of feeling. If you're excited about going to work today on a Monday, then yes, that you're in the right place. You're in a joyful place. If you're like, ugh, Monday again, did you roll over and hit the snooze button a couple times? Did you lay in bed and stare at the ceiling and think about, man, this is my life every day that I have to do this 5 to 6 days a week? Whatever it might be that's bugging you and suppressing your desire, we need to figure that out. Think about that. Some people aren't following their passion. They aren't really, they got it suppressed inside of them. They're letting their passion and their desire get away from them. Every day they go to work, they're doing the same thing. They're settling. I'm not, endorsing Hennessy, but they said never stop, never settle. Are you settling right now? Are you settling right now? Are you settling for something that really is not you? Are you kind of stagnant and disturbed by some of the things in the workforce, the people around you? When you think about jobs and you hear on the news that people, snapped off at a job and, and just went crazy for whatever reason, it was building up. And my job today is trying to get you to understand that don't let that build up inside of you. Keep that same desire, that same environment that you had, that same type of environment that you had. You need to kind of recreate it. If it's not there and you feel like you don't have control of that, then you need to start thinking and evaluating your situation on your job. You need to start evaluating your happiness, because think about this here, and I tell people this all the time in training. We spend more time on our jobs than we do with our family. More time on our job with our family. So you have to think about that. So, think about this. If you're in a great place and you're comfortable and you love it, that's great. But if you're not, you're doing a disservice to your company right now. You're doing yourself a disservice to your company. right now. So you have to get yourself refocused. I'm going to give you 7 signs that, that you've lost a desire to be where you are. Think about that. If you got a full night's sleep last night, like 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep, and you slept like a baby, and you woke up and you're still tired, mentally and probably physically feel drained, that's your job. Think about that. You did not prepare for yesterday. You got to get prepared. See, the weekend, understand this here. The weekend is kind of to regroup and rebuild and get ready for the next day, which is Monday for work. So you got 48 hours to get yourself together and get ready for Monday. You got to get yourself mentally prepared. And if you do not prepare, you're prepared to fail. Think about that. And then if you go to work and everybody say, hey, man, how you doing today? Man, I hate Mondays. You too? Man, I hate Mondays too. You're in the wrong environment, because get away from that culture of people that, agreeing with them that they hate Mondays. Listen, without Monday and without you having some place to go, you don't eat right now. You don't drive that car you have right now. So think about that, but these are things that show that you have lost your desire and that you really, really hate Mondays. You're doing something you're doing something just to be doing it because there's nothing else to do, right? There's no other way for you to go. You feel like hey, this is the job that I have right now. I have to hold on to it because right now I got no other options. You always have options. You always have choices. Understand that. Look at social media on Mondays. You see all the Monday memes about how they hate Monday, people crying about this Monday again, or don't say nothing to me until about 12 o'clock to lunchtime. All these different memes. So think about that. Social media is to have people who are joyful about Monday and trying to encourage you, as myself, but there's some who's just, the majority of them, that I can't stand Mondays, but guess what? Without Monday, there's no Tuesday. And think about that, You don't like the people you work with. If you don't like the people that you work with, understand that this here is a time that you need to not be there. Think about it, April. I know there's no music here, but some people wake up to the song that's called "It's the End of the World." I can sing it to you. It's the end of the world as we know it. But people wake up to that on their alarm clock like it's the end of the world because their attitudes suck when you think about that. Mondays mark the end of one's life. Sometimes people think that, hey, this life was my weekend life. Now the new life that I hate starts again on Monday. So my thing is this: desire is what you need to have. Your feelings, your attitudes, your thoughts, and your actions need to be positive about your job environment. You are going to spend the next 40 plus hours throughout this whole week in an environment that you don't desire. And I hope that you learn to desire what it is that you want. But you think about it, when you got that job and they said, congratulations, you're hired. Do you still have that same attitude? Do you have that same love? Do you have that same feeling? Do you have that same thoughts? You probably don't, but understand this here. Life leaves you with several things, and you have to refine your desire. You have to go for your desire. So how do you change your feelings about Mondays? How do you change your desire about the job that you have? Think about this here. Every Sunday, you got to get yourself mentally prepared. Understand that. That there is a time that you have to get yourself mentally prepared. When you get up in the morning, not just Monday, but today and every day, when you're going into a job, you have to get yourself mentally prepared. I've been saying this for a long time. Get yourself in a quiet place. Meditate. Pray if you are spiritual. That's me. I'm going to do that. Get yourself ready for Monday. You have to do that. Watch the Monday Morning Challenge. Get yourself ready, because we're going to help you get there. And I'm going to issue a challenge here in a few minutes, but think about this here. Listen to positive music. Stop watching the news. The news is just like, man, it plays on your mind. It plays on your mind over and over. You have to understand that. Get yourself together with that. You have to understand that the media is going to play on your mind, and it affects you. If you're listening to it subliminally or you're not listening to it, just while you're getting ready, you're basically letting it sink in. So control your thoughts and your actions by being around positive environments. Choose the attitude of being positive. So what people can say, oh, you're happy. No, you're not always happy, but you're choosing to be positive. You're choosing to be happy. Happy thoughts, positive thoughts, going to get you great results, and going to get you through your days, going to get you to the point of finding what you desire. But I want you to think about this here. Think about what people have to do every day. I understand that, and we got to understand that your days are going to be the same. It's up to you how you go after them, what you desire to have. What is it that you want out of life? If you're settling for something that you don't want to do, don't do that to yourself. Go after what you want, because in the end, you're going to say, I woulda, coulda, and shoulda. For sure. April, we got you for sure, and praying for you. You keep fighting. You keep on pushing and fighting, because, hey, you are Spalding and Douglas. You tough. You tough. We know that. You're gonna make it through. We're going to see you through. If you are not happy where you're at with your job, change your work environment. I've been saying it for, change it. You don't like it, change your environment. Please change it. And then here's here. Stay clean and clear of negative people. I do not like negative people. I don't want them around me. I try to remove myself from that situation. I try to give them the benefit of the doubt sometimes, but if they continuously are negative, it's time for me to move away from them, because guess what? I know that we all have to vent sometimes, but some people, every day they come to work, they're like, ugh. Monday they're like that. Tuesday they're negative. Wednesday they're negative. Thursday they're negative. Friday sometimes they're happy, but then they're not happy when they look at their paycheck and they got something to complain about. You want to be away from those type of people. Get away from negative people. Here's my challenge to you this week. I want you to think about something that you desire on your work, on the job. What is it that you desire? Is it desire to make more money? Is it desire to get a certain position? Is it desire to be in a better environment? If you are a leader and you don't like the environment, you have the opportunity to change that. If you are a manager or a general manager or a supervisor, you have the chance to change that environment. Understand that if you're leading some people, you have the chance to do that. My challenge to you this week is to think deeply about what it is you desire, not just at work, but what is it you ultimately desire in life? Is it you desire to go on this nice trip around the world? Is it desire that you have to get this nice house? Is it desire to have to get this nice car? Is it desire to have a peace of mind? Is it the desire to get yourself down in your body to looking to the way you want it to look? Is it the desire to have a better marriage or a happy relationship? Is it the desire to have simple happiness in your life? So whatever it is you desire this week, I want you to think about those things. Write them down. Look at them every day and figure out, how is it that I get to this point? Some people cannot even figure out what it is they want to make them happy. What is it that they're desiring? We all have a yearning and a desire to have something or to be something or to be somewhere in our life right now. Think about where you're at right now. Is this where you desire to be? Sometimes we're not happy with the environment that we're in and we tolerate things. Go where people celebrate you and not where they tolerate you. You have to do that. I've said that a lot. You have to, because if you don't be in an environment where people, celebrate you and encourage you, you're going to diminish. If people are encouraging you and you're happy and you desire to be there, you're going to flourish. You're going to, bloom. You're going to get everything that you want in life. Thank you guys so much today for listening, but I challenge you to understand, to find your desire of where you want to be in life. And remember, be the greatest you that you can be, because being good is like what you're doing right now. You're just settling, flying under the radar. Be the greatest you that you can be. Go for all that you desire. I thank you guys for listening. I'll see you next week. And remember, smile. You made it through the first quarter of 2017. We're in the second quarter of the year. Keep pushing. If you didn't reach your goals that you wanted to do on January 1st, you still have time. Because guess what? You're breathing, you can hear, you're listening, you have your health. Get yourself together. I'll see you when I see you. Be great.